Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade. Save up to 45% on Dell computers built for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell docks, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
This is a CBC podcast.
When COVID-19, the pandemic, struck Nova Scotia last year, there were fears that low-income people would be worst affected. And not long after, a cupboard was nailed to a tree in downtown Sydney. It had donations of food and toiletries in it to help people in the neighbourhood get by. Well, since then, more than a dozen other cupboards like it have popped up in neighbourhoods across Cape Breton and even into Halifax. The man who built the first one did it anonymously, but now he's come forward. The original box has succumbed to time and the weather and needs to be rebuilt. Cape Breton reporter Tom Ayers spoke with Alan Fagan. He's a self-employed carpenter and the builder of the first North End Sydney food pantry.
Well, it was during the first COVID lockdown, and we just took stock of how good our lives were. Everything's looked after for us: our food, our heat, our lights. We're an average family, and sometimes we struggle, but most times we don't. But anyway, yes, I took an old kitchen cupboard that I had when I did my kitchen over back years ago, and I had it hung in my garage, and I just stored stuff in it. And I had my daughter she's kind of the artist of the family. She made up the little sign in the top that said, "Take what you need, leave what you don't, give if you can." And from there, it just skyrocketed. I think there's 15 in the CBRM from Myra Road, Sydney Mines, New Waterford, Dominion, The Pier, Member 2, North Sydney, and Halifax. There's 2 or 3 in Halifax now, which were inspired by the Cape Breton pantries.
But you didn't build them all yourself?
No. I built 3 of them.
And you said before that it was a bit of a social experiment?
Well, I just figured if I did it anonymously and put it on Facebook, which I did, and I put a picture on Facebook the day I put it up saying, "Look what some nice North Ender did, offering free food and toilet paper or whatever to anyone in the North End that's in need." And then, people started driving by, like 2, 3, 4 cars in a run of a half an hour. People were coming by with their children. Grandparents were coming by with their grandchildren, lifting them up, putting food in. So really, it was a really good thing to teach your children, to teach anybody that just, maybe because of their life, they don't think that by doing a little bit they can help so much, right?
What do you think it says about the fact that we need boxes like these?
Well, it's just the state of the world, right? With mental illness and escalating drug abuse and homelessness and depression, despair, and it's getting worse, right?
What do you think it says about the fact that people are responding so positively and the boxes keep getting refilled and they're expanding?
Yeah, well, I think the average person knows the state of the world, and when they see people on the street homeless, I think they're just thinking that this is something very easy, very simple, and very inexpensive for us to do, but we can help so many people.
It's even got its own Facebook page, the North End Food Pantry Group, and a whole raft of volunteers who check on it and make sure that it's full and solicit donations and that sort of thing. How does that make you feel?
Well, again, it's my social experiment, as I call it, is a whopping success. I think there's 350 members now, in excess of 15 to 17 to 18 cabinets throughout Nova Scotia, and I'm sure that's going to double and triple and quadruple over the years. It's a good feeling. I heard it once said that, if you donate to make you feel good, that's not good. But that's not true. It feels good to help people, and if it makes you feel good to do it, well, do it, and do it more often, right?
How much involvement do you have with that now? You built the first box. You built a couple more. Are you on the Facebook group? And
yes, I am. Yeah, I am. And but I was in behind the trees in the shadows, right, this whole time. And this is the first time I've spoken to anybody about it, except for the odd friend or person that I know, or just got together for the first time with the people from New Dawn. And that was just day before yesterday. So I was kept pretty quiet about my participation.
And the original box, the very first one that went up, came down a week ago. I guess it had finally given up the ghost.
It succumbed to gravity and Mother Nature, and it landed majestically on the sidewalk, standing straight up with all the food still inside it.
But now there's plans to rebuild it, but it's going to be more permanent?
Yes, it's going to be a permanent structure built on a concrete slab. It'll be covered with a roof. One part will be closed in for the refrigerator side of it. The other side will be open, but the cabinet will be underneath a roofed area, so keep it out of the weather to a degree. And it's also going to be accessible to anyone in a wheelchair. That's why we're doing the slab right off the existing slab that's there, so people can come in and have a large area to maneuver and open the fridge if they have to, or open the cabinet doors. And
Any idea roughly what the cost of that would be?
Well, I mean, I guess if you factor in labor and materials, it would probably be in the thousands of dollars, like probably $7,000-8,000. But all the labor is being donated. Most of the materials are being donated, so I think we're probably going to, have a zero end, when we finish it. Yeah.
That's Alan Fagan, a carpenter in Sydney who started a trend by building an outdoor food pantry and now is part of the team that's replacing it with a new and improved version. You heard him speaking there with Cape Breton reporter Tom Ayers.
For more CBC podcasts, go to cbc.ca/podcasts.